on day 2 of our final objective of the unit, solving two-step equations. We started this on Thursday of last week, and we talked about how, we're still using opposite operations here, but there's our two operations in each equation now. So you have to undo both of them, okay? And who remembers, you've got this level of either addition or subtraction, and then you've got some multiplication or division. Which one do you do first? Or I say, which one do you undo first? Do you start with the addition or subtraction, or do you start with the multiplication or division? Who recalls? Take a look at your work. We have the first two in the top row and the first two in the bottom row done. What did we do first? Claire?
Start with the multiplication.
Other way around, actually. Okay? Because we're undoing the operation, we're undoing the equation, we work through order of operations backwards. Okay? You should have, for your work, and you are going to be required to show work on the homework, but you should have, for this first or second one here, minus 17 first. Right? Because we're taking 2 times n plus 17, we're undoing that addition first. 17 minus 17 equals 0. So 2n, 25 minus 17 equals 8. Now, because we're multiplying n by 2, the opposite of that is dividing by 2. And so we get the final answer of n equals 4, which, if you plug it back in, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 17 equals 25. Okay? So the addition or subtraction is undone first. Okay? In the second row, we have some division. N divided by 4 plus 13 equals 15. Your work should be subtracting 13 from both sides, because 13 minus 13 equals 0. That leaves you with n divided by 4 equals 2. And since we're dividing n by 4, the opposite of that is multiplying by 4 to undo that operation. And n equals 8. And this is why it's so important to show work, so that after a weekend, after a while, you're preparing for a test, okay, you've got a roadmap of how to solve these out. So let's do the third one in the top row. We did the 4 on the left here. Let's do the 4 on the right. Third one, top row. What would your first step be? 12n minus 5 equals 91. In fact, you know what? Why don't you go try it? Okay, 12n minus 5 equals 91. Be thinking opposite operations. Start with that subtraction. Undo it. Show your work. Okay? I want to see everybody doing that so you can practice this. Very good. Yes. Check that again when you come back. That's fine. No, I don't expect it to be done. Just making sure everyone's plugging away. Yeah, good. So now you've got 12n left. Right? So 12n equals 96. Yeah, go from there. Great. There you go. Rocking and rolling. All right, yeah. Okay. Impressive. Good. Yeah, I'm seeing some great things out there. Okay? So your first step here is to undo that subtracting 5. You're going to be adding 5. Right? Negative 5 plus 5 equals 0. You've undone the operation. You've canceled it out. That leaves you with 12 times n equals 96. And now the opposite of multiplying by 12 is dividing both sides by 12. And n is going to equal 8, which is what many of you had. Awesome job. Awesome job. Okay? The next one can be a little bit tricky, because that variable term comes second, right? Negative 9 minus 10n. In all these other ones, so far here, the variable has come first. 5n, 2n, 12n. Now it comes second. What do you do, Ava?
Oh, well, I was just asking, did you check if we were going to be able to do the number game today?
I didn't assign any homework.
What? I thought this was homework. Oh.
I said if you want to work on it a little bit, then you can. But no, we just stopped on Friday. That's why it was a bell ringer today, not a homework day. What would your first step be? Negative 9 minus 10n equals 41. You still want to undo the addition or subtraction, but it's kind of backwards here, right? That variable term comes second. That negative 9 has to be our focus. And what is the opposite of a negative 9?
Normal 9? Or-
Normal 9.
No,
A positive 9.
positive.
Yeah, right? So we're still going to deal with that non-variable value first. Save the variable for your second step. Negative 9 plus 9 equals 0. And walking around, I kind of saw this going on here. Remember that subtraction sign belongs to the 10. It's a negative 10n. So instead of 10n, make sure you have negative 10n in that second step there. So that negative sign drops down. Yeah, sir. Quickly. All right. So negative 10n equals 50. Our second step, divide by negative 10, and n equals negative 5. So if you put positive 5, make sure that you have a negative 10n in that second row. Okay? Madison, we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Third one in the second row. First step. Who's got it for us?
Wait.
Third one, second row. This one right here. The n divided by negative 6 minus 4 equals negative 15. We did not do that one together last week. First step. Come out. So we're on. We did that one on Thursday. We are right here. The n divided by.
Oh, add 4.
Excuse me. Yes, add 4. To undo subtracting 4 opposite operations. So that cancels out that subtraction. We have n divided by negative 6. And negative 15 plus 4. Negative 19 or negative 11? Negative 11. Okay, starting at negative 15, adding 4, going to the right 4, negative 11. Okay? Then, the opposite of dividing by negative 6 is multiplying by negative 6 to undo that operation. And negative 11 times negative 6 is a positive 66. And that's great. Madison, can you scoot over a seat, please? Okay? Positive 66. Lastly, this one's similar to the one right above it where that variable term comes second. 3 plus n divided by 9 equals 0. What are we going to do first here? Who's bold, brave, believes in themselves, thinks that they have the right step? Callie. Well done, yes. Just like up here, we have that negative 9 out in front that we undid by adding 9. Here we've got a positive 3, so we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Start with that non-variable term. We get n divided by 9 equals 0 minus 3, which is negative 3. What's our second step? Oof. Call CPS, Calculator Protection Services. Be kind to that, Sawyer. Yes?
Multiply the 9.
Multiply by 9 to undo the dividing by 9, undo that operation, and negative 3 times 9 is a negative 27, which is our answer. Okay? Kind of quiet today, except for the giggles. I don't know if it's because it's a Monday, because you get this, because you don't get this. Walking around, I saw some really good things, so that makes me hopeful. But your homework for tomorrow is going to be the second page here. Okay? All of them, yes. You've got about 9 minutes to work on it now. You do need to do the 3 at the bottom.
What?
Okay?
What?
So it says, write a 2-step equation with a variable value of 5. Let's do an example here. Okay? Notice it says a variable value of 5. That means when I solve it, n equals 5. So an example of this might be 3n plus 6 equals 21. Because when I solve this, I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides, divide by 3, n will equal 5. Okay, you can't use this one. You've got to use something
Oh,
else.
come on.
Okay, but that's what I'm looking for. An equation that when I solve it, n will equal 5. And you will need to do this on your test. Okay, you'll have three equations that you need to solve, and the fourth question, you'll need to write an equation with a given variable value. Just know that going in here, but you get to make up whatever you want, right? As long as n equals 5, the rest of this doesn't really matter. There's an infinite number of answers that you could have for these here, okay? But again, with a variable value of 5, that means when I solve it, I get n to equal 5. Okay, that's what I'm looking for these three here. Otherwise, it's just standard, two-step stuff. Okay, it does say to show your works. Make sure that you do. You have 7 glorious minutes to work on them now. Are there any you want to go over together? Callie.
It's at the top on the second one.
Oh, the n divided by 3 plus, okay, this is 9 divided by 3. So n divided by 3 plus 18 equals 289. What operations do we have in the equation? We have division and we have addition. Okay, we are using opposite operations to undo that, right? So our first step is going to be subtracting 18 from both sides to undo that addition. 18 minus 18 equals 0. They cancel out. We have n divided by 3. 289 minus 18 is 271. Right? So now we have some number that when we divide it by 3 equals 271. What is the opposite of dividing by 3? Multiplying by 3. So we are going to multiply both sides by 3 to undo that operation. N is by itself, and 271 times 3, someone with the quick maths, 813?
Yeah.
Is that right? So n equals 813. And again, check this. Does 813 divided by 3 plus 18 equal 289? Yes, it does. You have a calculator. Okay? Doesn't take long to check it. Plug that value back in. And if you make a mistake, then you'll catch it. Make a mistake, then you'll catch it. So it's worth a couple seconds. Any others? Yeah.
The -5 minus n divided by 3.
Yeah, so the nice part about these is that on the front side, the ones that we talked about, you can find examples. Like if this one here, -5, Bryn, minus n divided by 3 equals -1. If you're looking for an example of that, look in the front page. And we have one that's very similar to it, right? Where we have that negative number out in front. And what we did here, add 9, is the same step to start it here. Okay? Add 5 to both sides to undo that non-variable term. The opposite of -5 is a +5. And remember that negative sign belongs to it. N divided by -3. I'm going to write it horizontally this time because you can. Right? A fraction just means division. It's the same thing. That 4 came from adding 5 to -1, which we have to do on the right side to keep it balanced, right? And then the opposite of dividing by -3 is multiplying by -3. And cancel that operation out. 4 times -3 is a -12. Alright? And that would be our solution. So, on the back side, if you're looking for an example, something to kind of compare it to, you can look at the front. That can help you out. Yeah?
What college did you go to?
St. John's. That's why I was wearing a John hat at the end of the day. If you ever noticed. Maybe you haven't. Why do you ask?
I don't know. It's like that math school.
A math school?
No.
Well, I took math classes there.
It's a part. It's more. Never mind, actually.
They have lots of different majors there. But
Are you smarter than most people?
I think so.
Are you smarter than Mr.
I'm probably smarter than half the people in the world, according to most people. Since considering that, you know, a lot of those people are
Babies.
babies.
More old people.
Like really old people.
I'm probably in the prime of my life right now.
Are you
I'm
sure
living my
about that?
best life.
You just your best. You just
Desperate for companionship.
All right. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, compliments, corrections, criticisms. Bryn.
You want some of the portrait of Madison?
Not right this second, but after I stop recording, I'd love to take a look at it. Okay, homework for tomorrow. The bell ringers also open up. That is how you math.